So the party's ended with the traditional speech from the leader, Nick Clegg. It seemed a pretty good speech, certainly well received. He pulled off quite a good stroke by standing in the middle of the audience, which just changed the mood slightly from the traditional party leader's kind of statement to the world from the stage. A couple of announcements in there which will be quite important. One is that he's committed to not cutting the top rate of tax from 45p before the end of the Parliament, so in other words while the Liberal Democrats are in coalition government. And also he announced that Paddy Ashdown, the former leader of the Liberal Democrats, was going to sort of plan their strategy and plan their election campaign in 2015. That will be very popular with the members and in fact will probably gain them a lot of recognition on the national stage because Paddy Ashdown is one of the few household figures in the party. Asks a small question about the future of the party and the sort of depth of talent there is for the future, but nonetheless will garner some headlines for him. Tom Brake here, who's the MP for Carshalton and Wallington and Deputy Leader of the House of Commons. What was the highlight of the speech from Nick Clegg and how do you think the party's moods changed over the week?
Well, I think the punchline for me was definitely that you can't go green by voting blue unless you add yellow, which I think got a good laugh, round of applause. I think it was a very realistic speech from Nick. I think it acknowledged that we face a tough battle ahead, but I think he by bringing along Maurice Reeves from the Reeves furniture shop, underlined that we have the strength of character. It's part of the British way of life. It's something that we can deliver. As a party, we've had perhaps 50 or 60 years of real hard battles, so we're up for the fight that faces us in 2015.
Well, I think the enthusiasm the parliamentary team have still got and going forward is absolutely fantastic. You know, I'm not one of those that's sceptical about Nick Clegg. I think he's the right leader at the right time for us. And to support everything that he actually said.
I felt, at the end of the conference, I felt really good about the way things have gone, the way we've talked about lots of things, we've made lots of good decisions, and we're ending on a high.
I think it was his ability to develop a narrative of Liberal Democrats' position in government, which I think we've been waiting for a long time for.
Do you feel differently at the end of the week to how you felt at the beginning?
Yes, because I think the party's more confident.
The party polls at the beginning of the week were terrible, or at least some of them were. They haven't, to our knowledge, improved a lot this week. But it's clear that Nick Clegg intends to carry on being leader for now. There may be a challenge next year, 2014 even more likely. But for now, they are more united behind him. Vince Cable is probably the leader in waiting, should Nick Clegg do stand down or be pushed by his party. They are committed to coalition and they are beginning to reassert their identity, and it will be interesting over the next year to see how far they're able to do that when they go back to London and they have to start governing again with the Conservative Party.